What is up, Professor Fallon and my fellow classmates of communications class? My name is Adrian, if you already forgot my name, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to change your own car oil. It is a really easy thing to do, and I really suggest that everyone who owns a car should know how to do it, because you never know, you might be getting ripped off at your local mechanic or at your dealership. They can charge up to $100, $120 just for a simple oil change, and I'll show you guys how you can save up to $50 by doing it yourself. Let's do it. So the things that you're gonna need for today's oil change: your brand new oil. My car takes 5W30. A lot of cars take 5W30. If you guys are ever confused on what type of oil your car uses, you can always call a local auto parts store, the dealership, look in your service manual, and make sure you have an oil filter. Oil filters vary on different cars as well. You can also call the local parts store. You can also just look on Google, hey, what type of oil filter does my car use? Make sure you have a funnel so you don't spill this stuff everywhere. It'll be a real pain in the butt to clean all this up. You're gonna wanna make sure you have a drain pan, because all your old oil will go in here. And if you guys wanna keep it clean, make sure you have like a pair of gloves. So the first thing you wanna do is you're gonna wanna go ahead and go under the car and look for the oil pan. And the oil pan looks like a flat pan. I guess why they call it a oil pan. This is my car's oil pan right here. I guess it doesn't really look like a pan. I'm sorry. But anyway, so with the oil pan, you'll always find the drain plug. So the drain plug is where the oil drains out of. So once you find this, you're gonna wanna go ahead and take your oil bucket. Make sure you position it right, because you don't wanna spill this stuff everywhere. And next, once you have located where the drain plug is at, you're gonna wanna go ahead and put some gloves on. You're gonna wanna go ahead and get a socket wrench, and you're gonna loosen up that bolt. And once you loosen that bolt, all the oil will come out. This is where the fun starts. This is where the magic happens. Alright, so it looks like it's done draining, but to also make sure that it is completely empty, you can go ahead and grab your dipstick. Just wipe it up a little bit. And how you know if it's empty, when you put the dipstick back in, there shouldn't be any oil on the dipstick, and I will show you that you have completely drained it. It looks really dry, so that means that the oil is completely drained. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the drain plug back in. Alright, when you put the drain plug back in, please make sure that it is tight, because it will really be a pain in the butt to have this thing fall out while you're driving, and that'll be really bad. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and look for your oil filter, and your oil filter will look something like this. Oil will come out of here too, so make sure you position this right. Next, after draining out the oil filter, you're going to want to go ahead and grab the new one. Next, you want to go ahead and dip your finger in the oil, just like that, and lube up the O-ring on the oil filter. You're gonna want to make sure that the oil filter's on there tight as well. Go ahead and take your little bucket out. Next, we're gonna go ahead and drop the car and then put the new oil in. I just finished pouring 5 quarts. I'm gonna go ahead and start the car. The reason why I start the car is so I can have all the oil run through the lines first. Just leave it on for a couple seconds, let the oil cycle through the engine. Turn it off, and this is where you check your oil level again. After running the car for a couple seconds, it shows that I need a lot more oil. I'm only halfway there, so this is why I grabbed an extra quart. After you have finished pouring all your oil in, you're gonna go ahead and take your dipstick out and check your oil levels. It's perfect. Put that dipstick back in, make sure the oil cap is on there tight. Alright, the last and final step before you have finished everything and start washing your hands, take the big 5-quart oil jug that you used and take your funnel. You're gonna pour all that old oil into this thing and take it to a local auto parts store and just dispose it over there. I think they do it for free. I think you just drop it off at their door or on their counter. Alright guys, and that concludes today's video. I hope this little oil change video kind of convinced you guys and gave you some information on how to change your oil. Like I said before, it's a really easy thing to do. I spent maybe $52 just to change my own oil. That's not bad compared to, like I said, dealerships and mechanics that will charge you up to like $120 just for a simple oil change. But I hope this little video is going to convince some of you guys and just give you some information on how to change your own oil. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'm a nice guy. I would love to answer some questions. I hope you guys liked today's video. I'll see y'all in class. Peace.